Yeah. Alma, I have you right here in the middle.
I almost called you next. Huh? Because he called me now. He said he was gonna
I don't have him as a participant.
see you on phone.
Yeah, go ahead and take it. No matter what, you're gonna sit right here because he's not coming here. So only do as vice president to sit.
Oh.
Yeah, right. The attorney was gonna in case, but we just put her in your spot since we have less people. Thank you for joining us. We're going to wait about 2 more minutes, until we get started. Thank you. Fifteen. Right, so
Okay, we're gonna start the meeting at 5:38.
All right, Mrs. Rios started the meeting at 5:38. Before we get started and move to approve the agenda, it's going to be very important while we're in our two meetings tonight that all speakers speak into the microphone. If all of our participants on Zoom, they cannot hear us if we are not speaking into the microphone. So please pay close attention tonight and speak into the microphone. We have two meetings. We'll be starting this meeting just now at 5:38. We'll go through our special meeting to adopt our budgets, and then we will have a brief intermission, and then we'll start our 6:30 town hall meeting. So thank you, Mrs. Rios. She called the meeting to order at 5:38. Please stand to salute the flag. To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, Can I get an approval of the agenda?
Before I approve it, can I remove something?
What did you want to remove?
E4?
I think you need to speak louder into the microphone.
E4,
E4 what?
business and finance,
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
business and finance.
What did you want to do with
Please,
it?
Alma, put the microphone right up next to your mouth and speak very clearly so everyone in Zoom can hear.
E4,
E4, what did you want to do with it?
put it for next meeting.
Can I make a motion to leave it on the agenda?
Yes, I think we would first vote on the removal of the item from the
Yeah,
agenda.
it just can't be
Um,
removed, correct?
That's correct. We would need to go ahead and do a roll call vote.
Mr.
Question
Moland has
is
joined the meeting.
Remove the item from the agenda. So Ms. Rios, if you would repeat your motion to remove that item from the agenda?
Yes, it's E4, business and
Would you
finance.
please pull down your mask so we can hear you? Thank you.
E4,
E4, Ms. Rios, can you read E4? The item that has been placed on the agenda, can you read that?
Yes, Mr.
Item,
Moland has
please.
asked Mrs. Rios to read
complaint of
E4.
ongoing pending legal matters by school legal service.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I understand Ms. Rios has made a motion to remove item E4 from the agenda. We should do a roll call vote now on this item.
I would second the motion.
A little bit of background before we move this agenda item. This was placed on the agenda by me because we have two pending legal matters that we need to finish with schools legal service. And we are at the very end of those legal matters. And it makes most sense to finish with that law firm before paying all those numerous hours to have a new law firm catch up to speed on these two pending cases. So I added that to the agenda. I would like for it to stay.
Ms. Brown, I respect your opinion and I respect your input. But I was under the impression that all forms, all paperwork, documents would be forwarded over to our office, to our legal firm who's acting as legal counsel. All of the matters would just be transferred over. So do you know about an estimated cost or an estimated number of hours that it took for them to complete these legal matters?
Those would be attorney-client privilege conversations that we would not be able to share how much time it would take, but these have been two ongoing matters that we are at the very end of, and so I can't give you an estimate just to say that it would be numerous hours for a new law firm to catch up to speed and be immersed into these two matters.
May I make a suggestion? And that would be to approve the agenda in its entirety as written. And then when we come to that item, there can be further discussion and debate on the item and a vote, one way or another by the board, whether to approve that item.
Thank you.
So then is there a motion to approve the agenda as written?
First? I'll second that.
And then we'll have a roll call vote. Ms. Rios, did you want to do the roll call vote or would you like me to do it? Okay, Ms. Lawson? Ms. Rios? Ms. Corolno? Cornelo?
Coronel. Yeah, aye.
Mr. Mullen?
Aye.
The agenda is adopted as written.
You're running, I need,
And we're moving to public comment?
Public comment.
Yes, Ms. Brown?
I have one public comment, signed up for the 5:30 meeting, and that's Catherine Pariseau. I do not have her in Zoom. I do not see her in the audience. We'll reserve this for later. Thank you.
If we are moving public comment, if there is no person there to do public comment, then we would have to move public comment down, and the motion to adopt the agenda as written would then change it. Am I correct or am I wrong?
Mr. Mullen, we're not able to hear you.
You can't hear me?
No, we cannot.
Okay. So can you hear me talking though, right?
Go ahead. Well, let him know that. Let him know.
We don't hear you.
Okay, I have myself unmuted. Hold on.
Yes, unfortunately, Mr. Mullen, we are unable to hear you clearly enough to understand your request at this time. Mr. Mullen, if you'd like to repeat your request, please do so. Otherwise, we should move forward with the business on the agenda, move into the consent section.
I don't know if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me?
Go ahead and try your question one more time. Try to speak as loudly as possible.
Okay, can you hear me now? Hello?
As Ms. Brown stated, could you please state your request or question once more? We are having difficulty hearing you. We can hear you though, just not clearly enough to understand what it is you're trying to ask.
I'm asking, would we have to, if the public comment person is not present at this time, would we have to then change the agenda as written? If we're moving public comment down or up, then we would have to take a new vote, correct?
No, if there's no public comment, then we will simply close public comment and proceed with the agenda at this time. There's no need to
Okay.
modify the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So with that, I think we can move on to item D, the consent agenda. I think there's one item, D1, resignation. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Virginia, the microphone. so
I'll
that they can hear on
second.
Zoom. Thank you.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Roll call vote. Ms. Coronel?
Aye.
Ms. Rios?
Aye.
Ms. Lawson?
Aye.
Mr. Palmer?
Aye.
The consent agenda is passed. We are now moving on to item E on the agenda, E1, adoption of the July 1st, 2021 Fairfax School District Annual Budget. Is there a motion to approve the 2021 budget?
If there's no
As provided?
discussion needed, I'll make the motion.
Second. And now if there's anyone who would like to discuss or make comments, please do so before we take a vote.
So we're talking about E1?
Yes. E1, the 2021-22 budget. Are there any questions? Anyone would like to discuss anything?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Mullen. Did you have a comment regarding the budget?
Yes, I wanted to know if we have received all stakeholder input regarding our budget adoption.
What he asked? I believe you mentioned something about stakeholder input on the budget.
Correct. Have we received all stakeholder input?
Yes,
on the
at our
budget?
last board meeting, we had public hearings where we allowed for stakeholder input there. And that is for, and then we also for our, if you're talking about the LCAP meetings, we had several stakeholder meetings and all of those stakeholders were included in the LCAP along with the input that they provided.
Okay, thank you.
There's no further comment or discussion. We'll do another roll call vote. Ms. Lawson? Ms. Rios?
Aye.
Ms. Coronel?
Aye.
Mr. Mullen?
Aye.
Okay, the budget has been adopted. Moving on to item E2, resolution 2021-11, education protection account.
I'll make the motion.
That's a motion to approve.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. If there are no comments or questions from the board, we will again take a roll call vote. Ms. Coronel?
Aye.
Ms. Rios?
Aye.
Ms. Lawson? Mr. Mullen?
Aye.
The resolution has been adopted. Moving on to item E3, resolution 2021-12, year-end budget transfers. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
I'll make the motion to approve.
And a second by Ms. Lawson. Roll call vote. Mr. Palm, Mr. Mullen?
Aye.
Who said aye?
Okay. Ms. Lawson? Ms. Rios?
Aye.
Ms. Coronel?
Aye.
That resolution has been adopted. And finally, item E4, completion of ongoing pending legal matters by schools legal services.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any questions or comments that the board would like to make before we do the roll call vote on this item? Okay, hearing none, I will do a roll call vote. Ms. Coronel?
Aye.
Ms. Rios?
No.
Ms. Lawson?
Aye.
Mr. Mullen?
No.
Okay, that motion has failed in that case.
Oh, okay. Like stained glass almost. And they're like.
Moving on to item F1. This is the local control accountability plan. LCAP. There a motion to approve? LCAP. Ms. Rios moves to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Lawson. Roll call vote. Mr. Mullen?
Can you
Mr.
repeat that?
Mullen?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're voting on the LCAP. There's been a motion to approve the LCAP. I'll return to Mr. Mullen.
Yes.
97.5.
Yes.
I think that was a yes. Is that correct, Mr. Mullen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Lawson,
Aye.
Ms. Rios, Ms. Coronel,
Aye.
that motion passes and the LCAP is adopted. And then finally, F2 is the 2021-22 consolidated application. It's recommended that the board approve the consolidated application as presented.
I shall move.
I'll
second.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, roll call vote. Ms. Coronel,
Aye.
Ms. Rios, Ms. Lawson,
Aye.
and Mr. Mullen is arriving right now. And Mr. Mullen, we are waiting for your vote on the motion to approve the 2021-22 consolidated application.
I'm sorry, that's, yes.
Okay, that motion passes 4-0.
We're now moving into closed session.
We will now move to closed session,
5:54.
5:54.
And the board will be discussing G1, public employee discipline dismissal release. Thank you.
What time is it?
6:15.
Okay, it is now 6:15 and we're going to come, let the public know that a formal directive was given, but no action was taken. And we are coming out of closed session at
6:15.
6:15.
And now we can adjourn, Mr. Mullen.
And if I could have a motion to adjourn the meeting,
First motion.
a first by Ms. Rios. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Lawson. Roll call vote. Alma Rios,
Aye.
Virginia Lawson,
Aye.
Palmer Mullen, I, Victoria Cornell.
Aye.
Okay, that is a 4-0 motion to adjourn is passed.
All right, that ends our first meeting, our budget meeting that was scheduled for 5:30. We will take a brief intermission till 6:30, and then we'll begin our town hall. Thank you. The bleachers are all marked. Where the blue stickers are is where it allows for social distancing. So that's about 100 seats in the bleachers. All right, thank you.